Okay, you'll be traveling to Costa Rica on this trip. This 10-day trip, you'll be staying in Costa Verde's most wonderful suite, 277 Fuselage Suite. This is literally just an airplane built 15 feet above the ground in the rainforest, about 5 to 10 minutes away from the Costa Verde's hotel. You will be experiencing the wild side of Costa Rica, such as water rappelling, ziplining, all the jungles and the animals, and you'll be able to witness all this wildlife on the Costa Rica trip.
Our guys' action-packed trip would be experience Costa Rica by foot, rope, and rafting, so you get the feel for what life is like in Costa Rica. You can journey far into the Costa Rican jungles while ziplining through the trees and find out what the raging rapids are all about in the river rafting tour. We'll start out our trip by arriving and taking a day to relax and get to know the area. We will then go on a little rainforest adventure exploring the jungle and all of the unique animals that live there. You'll enjoy a day of raging rapids as well as a day of segwaying the beaches and getting the most amazing pictures along the way. The next 2 days will most likely be the most fun as you get to enjoy both ziplining and waterfall rappelling. We will ride along the water as snorkeling and jet skiing are the next 2 days. We will end our trip with a tour of the Manuel and Toro National Park and then head home to Minnesota.
So day one is the get to know the area / relaxing day. And you'll just be traveling and maybe buy some of your groceries. Day two is the kids saving the rainforest day. The name doesn't really show what it really is. You're just like exploring the jungles, all the animals. Day three, it's the river rafting tour. You'll be going on an 18-mile river rafting tour with over 32 rapids. Day four is the Segway tour. You'll be segwaying the beaches and the towns of Costa Rica, experiencing what it's like. And after that, you'll be just enjoying the rest of the day. Day five is the Canopy Safari ziplining tour. You'll be flying through the sky as a monkey does in a tree. You'll also be enjoying a Costa Rican buffet. And then for dinner, you'll be eating at a restaurant near the park. Day six is the waterfall rappelling tour. You're hiking out to like a few waterfalls and just having a day to relax in the jungle, rappelling from a few of Costa Rica's best waterfalls. Day seven is the snorkeling tour in the Manuel Antonio National Park. You'll be journeying out to 2 islands. First island is just like hiking and taking pictures of the island. The second island is actually the snorkeling. And then you'll just be journeying back, enjoying the view of the dolphins and the ocean. Day 8 is the jet ski tour. You'll also be able to experience the sea on a ski-doo. Day 9 is the tour of the Manuel Antonio National Park. All the oceans and the hiking. And then day 10 is the departure back to Minnesota.
And this is what I think the coolest thing about our trip is this is where we're staying. It's a 727 Boeing airplane, and it's refurbished so that it's hardwood floors, and the ceiling is even hardwood too. It's even got bathrooms and kitchen. And it's a really neat thing. It is $500 per night, but it's really worth the experience to see what it's like. It's got we don't have any pictures, but it's got 2 king bedrooms, so it's good for families or couples.
So here's all the expenses. It's $2,106.58 per person, but in total it's $7,652.35, including the hotel suite and the car rental. And here's just all the activities that we're doing. And then for food, we estimated around $200 to $250 for groceries, for like packing lunches for the trips we want to take.
Some of the items that we're going to provide on this trip are cooking pans, furniture, and stoves and fuel. What you will want on the trip is lots of t-shirts, long sleeve shirts, hiking pants, boots, fully covered, socks, underwear, and hats and gloves. You're going to want sunscreen and bug spray since we're going to be in the rainforest, so there's going to be some bugs. What you might want to have during the trip is camera and accessories and binoculars. And one of the things you will want to is if you're having a camera, you might want either a waterproof case or just a waterproof camera for the water activities. During the weather, it's pretty nice considering we're going during December and January, so it'll be a big change from Minnesota. The high temperature in Costa Rica around this time is 84 and the low is 70. The day is going to be a little rainy, but the chance of all day rain is pretty slim. And there's usually about 20 days in the month it rains, but again, it doesn't rain all day. I was born in Minnesota, moved to Costa Rica at a young age. I've been a tour guide for 5 years now. Ironically, my favorite hotel is the hotel you will be staying at, the Bowling Fuselage. And in my free time, I like to fish, an ATV. I love the water, and I'm a good fisherman. And me and Jacob have been doing partnering tours since the beginning of our careers.
So I was born in the heart of Quepos, Costa Rica. Grew up exploring the forests and jungles of Costa Rica, and I'm very experienced with them. I grew up and started traveling many different parts of Costa Rica, experiencing all the different kinds of adventures. I'm a tour guide. Me and Kyle have been tour guiding for 5 years, and we've won the best tour guide of the year for 3 years straight.
That's it. Any questions?
A quick question. The trip fee, the expense, the cost there, was that $76.52 per person?
No, it's
I was just a little unclear on that.
It's $2,106 per person, but you can split up the hotel suite and the car rental. I mean, if you're going with a couple of your friends, or if you're going with a family, it depends. So if you're going with your family, then that's the total cost. But if you're splitting it up with like a couple friends, then this will be it, and then you'll like split up the hotel, however you want,
Okay, so it's plus hotel.
and then the car rental. Yeah, this is plus hotel and the car rental.
I had a question about the activities. You have them laid out day by day. If somebody doesn't choose to go on that activity, is there an alternative for them to do?
Oh yeah, you can stay around the hotel, go to the beaches, go
Yeah.
hiking.
The hotel is like 5 minutes away from the beach, and there's lots of things to do at the beach. There's plenty of snorkeling things, and you can go do lots of stuff at the beach.
And is that included in the price, the total price too, or is that in addition to the price of the hotel and airfare?
Well, going to the ocean, you don't really have to pay anything, so
But any activity, each day that you do an activity, you pay an additional.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it sounds like a super adventurous and exciting trip. I am very concerned about the food. I like this idea. I love the place that you've chosen to stay. But you mentioned that there'd be time that first day to buy your own groceries. If you're not familiar with Costa Rica and the area and the culture, is there a guide to help you with that process, or somebody to? Is there
Yeah,
an
we'll be guiding
alternative
you,
to that? Is there a possibility of having somebody make meals? When I go on a vacation, I don't really like to do a lot of cooking.
Yeah, For the first day, we're gonna go to the farmer's fair, and all these days, we have, for our breakfast items, we're gonna have the food that we get at the fair for the breakfast, but we also have alternative restaurants we can go to, and those have a mixture of both American and just general food and Costa Rican food, so you can try what you want.
With the language, do you both speak?
Yeah, we both
The
we
local
both speak
language?
Spanish too, so we can translate for you.
Okay.
And one of the better things about this is almost everyone speaks English.
So,
One of the only places I think that doesn't speak English is actually the farmer's fair, because those are more native people who farm over there. So most of the tour guides and the other things, activities, those people speak English. So
activities. What would be your favorite one and why?
I like the zip lining tour because you can zip line from tree to tree and see all the sights.
Yeah, I would actually
Right for
choose
it?
the zip lining tour too, just because since I've been to Costa Rica, and the zip lining was actually one of the most fun
Mm-hmm.
activities there.
Mm-hmm.
I think that your tour very much fits with the clientele from our company, but I wonder if there are some activities that might be too difficult for maybe beginners. Is there experience that is needed or a certain athletic ability for some of these where a certain person might not be a good candidate to go to take this trip?
The minimum age for a trip is going to be 8 because the tour raffle trip doesn't take anyone less than 8 years old. But you don't need any experience for any of the things we're doing.